Alright, what's going on? So if you're watching this video, it's most likely you're a retail business trying to print out barcodes for your showroom floor. Um, if you've gotten this far, it's most likely because either A, you're working with us and you're just a rock star and you want to print out some of your own labels so that you can get them done ahead of time, or B, you're trying to do it yourself and integrate Shopify with your small business and essentially print out labels so that you can put them on your showroom floor. Essentially, we use a third-party app called MS Barcode Labels to do two functions. We're going to put a barcode on our SKUs, and then two, we're going to print out the labels. Now, if you've gotten this far, it's because you already have all of your inventory uploaded to Shopify and you just need to print out the label. I wouldn't recommend printing out the labels while putting in inventory, as this could be really time consuming. I recommend putting in all your inventory first and then going ahead and printing all your labels. So first things first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab a sheet of paper and essentially just write down any SKU that you have on your showroom floor that you're looking to print a label for. Or if you're in a business where you're selling not just a display item, but just the actual item off the showroom floor, you'll want to write down the quantities too. Once you've done this, you're going to take your list of SKUs and go head over to MS Barcode Labels, and I'll show you where to grab that. You're going to go to Apps, All Recommended Apps, and you're just going to click View Apps. I'm sorry, go down here to Shopify App Store. And then here you could type in MS Label Printer. And this is the app that I genuinely use for printing labels. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it. But once you have it installed, go ahead and go to MS Barcode and Labels. Then you're going to want to go down to Barcodes and SKUs. Now, here is where if you already, now that you have your list of SKUs that you got off of your showroom floor and quantities of the labels that you need to print out, you're going to want to turn that into a list of barcodes physically. Like, we're going to literally write out every single barcode that we're going to print out. This is because not every SKU comes with a barcode already associated with it, unless that's what you did when you set up your inventory. You already made the barcodes. If you haven't already made the barcodes, this is how we're going to now associate a barcode with the SKU. So bear with me here. It's very simple, very straightforward. You're going to go here to MS Barcodes and SKUs. Simply search up one by one all of the SKUs you wrote down. So for example, Ying Yang. There's my SKU, it's Yin Yang. Normally this would be empty because I don't have a barcode. But in this case scenario, I do have a barcode. So what you'll do is you'll check it off. And then you'll generate barcode. And then you're going to want to click barcodes will generate for one variant that doesn't have a barcode. This way, if you do check off one with a barcode, it doesn't override it and then mess up your labels. And then you'll go ahead and generate barcode. In my case scenario, I already have a barcode, so I don't need to generate it. And then you'll see your barcode right here. What I would then do is take that barcode and write it on a separate list. So you could start converting all your SKUs into barcodes one by one with this process. Perfect. So once you have all your barcodes converted, and now you have every single barcode that you have on your floor and the quantity of which barcodes you need, you would then go over here to MS Barcodes and Labels, and then just head down to Print Labels. Here in Print Labels, what we're going to want to do is we're going to just want to simply look up those barcodes. So 1, 2, 3, and 2. Okay, so there's my yin yang coffee table. And then what I'm going to do is I'm simply just going to check it off. So now you can see I'm going to print one label with this barcode. But what I'm going to want to do is, let's say I have 3 of them on my floor. I could write 3. Great. And then I would have 3 labels printing. and so on and so forth. You just want to add any other labels that you want to now print, and this would basically be you just going down your list and typing in the barcode up here. All right. Once you hit print, you're going to get something that looks like this. These will be all your labels that you'll go ahead and print. And typically what you'll want to do is print them on label paper. I like to, if you don't want to buy a label maker, essentially you'll just go down to Staples and buy a pack of paper that looks like this. If you have a showroom floor where you're selling items, a demo item, and then you're selling that demo item, so that demo item could remain on your floor with that SKU, you typically don't need a whole bunch of SKUs. You just need to SKU it all once, and from there, just essentially the only time you'll ever have to repeat this process is when you're getting new inventory. So if that's your case scenario, this Avery paper would be the best solution for you because you're not doing this often. Alrighty, so here what we're going to do is, now that we're on the floor, simply what I like to do is I like to take these, and I'll normally put the tag right on the display if it's for the 5. So, or if I'm selling the individual, I'll actually tag out the individual like this. I'll show you what that looks like here. So you can see all these chairs are individual SKUs. You could pick whatever type of chair to whatever type of table. So I'll tag the table, and then I'll also tag the individual chairs so that, the retail associate could come up, scan this SKU for the chair, scan the table, and then just put 4 of these chairs on this table. Or if they wanted to go gray, they could do that as well. And that's all accessible through the scanning, so no lookup required. Just make it easy for your associates to essentially do those types of orders without you having to necessarily receive a call as to what color we get these in. Because the minute that they scan this SKU here, it'll show up all the color options. It'll show up the black, it'll show up the velvet as well.